Dear students, today I am going to explain the very important model paper 2003, programming in C, C++. So second semester, Bcom second semester. So by mistake I given fourth semester here. So this is a 50 marks paper and 2 hours time. So in this question model paper, you will be having very important questions. I already uploaded the programming in C and C++ important questions in my channel Anu Computer Education. So before going to the question paper, please subscribe my channel Anu Computer Education. So what are the instructions I'm giving? Okay, so please follow these instructions in your final exam to get good marks. So here the part A, you'll be getting the 8 questions. You need to write any 5 questions. Each question is of 2 marks. So what first question is, what is string? Write any 5 string handling functions. So just you write here the characters, the sequence of characters which are enclosed in double quotation is known as string. So in string we have different types of string handling functions are there, like string upper, string lower, string reverse, and string concatenation, string up, reverse, length. So these different types of functions, just you have to write the names of the function, that's enough. Okay, now write a short notes on pointer. It means what you will write pointer. A pointer is a special variable which is which is used to store the address of another variable. So just write down the definition, after that write the syntax, one example. And next, what is the meaning of type conversion? Converting the one data type value into another data type is known as type conversion. It is of two types: implicit type conversion, explicit type conversion. So no need to write the program for these concepts, just because these are 2 marks question, just write down the definitions only. Implicit and implicit, the compiler itself will done the conversion, that is called implicit. If user perform the type conversion is called as explicit type conversion. So that's it. And what is the meaning of keyword? Keywords are the reserved words. Keywords contains a meaning, that meaning is known to compiler. So keywords can be written in always lowercase letter. In C language there are total 32 keywords are there. Just list out few keyword names, so is more than enough. Next, what is the meaning of flowchart and different symbols used in flowchart? You know what is the meaning of flowchart? The diagrammatical representation of an algorithm is known as flowchart. So in the flowchart we are going to use different symbols, like parallelogram is for input, okay, and output, and rectangle is used for what? Processing, and diamond shape is used for decision making, and arrows are used for flow, and oval shape is used for start and stop. So this is very important. Now next, features of C. Write any few, like 3 to 4 features is more than enough, because a 2 marks question. So features means what? Simple, middle level language. Okay, so next one is rich library, automatic memory management. So all, okay, these are all you have to recursion. These are all called features of C. Portable. So these are features of C language. Just you have to write 2 lines of at least 2 to 3 features. You write, it's more than enough. Next, write briefly about the object oriented programming. So what is the meaning of object oriented programming, that you have to write. So OOPS principles will be there. So everything you have to write in. Next, what is the meaning of polymorphism? Polymorphism is a Greek word. Poly means one and morphism means forms. One form can be expressed into multiple forms is known as polymorphism. So everything you have to write. And the polymorphisms are 2 types: compile time polymorphism, runtime polymorphism. It is more than enough for 2 marks question. Next, when it is comes to the part B, so the first 2 marks questions is more than one paragraph is enough, and along with the syntax and example you write it, and no need to write the program for the 2 marks question. So when it is comes to the long answers, first question is basic structure of C. So compulsory you have to write the structure. After writing the basic structure, you have to explain the structure, okay, with the 1.5 page, 1.5 page maximum. Okay, 2 pages means front and back together to 1 page is enough. And next, document section. Now what is an operator? So operator is a special symbol which is used to perform a specific task. In C language, operators are unary, binary, ternary. So all these operators you have to write it. Okay, so this is very important question. Next, what is a looping statement? Different types of looping statements present in C language. Repeating the same statement again and again until the specified condition is true is known as looping. So you have to write about a while loop, do while, and for loop. All these loops definition along with syntaxes. If possible, you write one program, that may be while, do while, for loop, you write it. So the next very important question is, what are the conditional control statements and its types? So it means what? Based on the condition, certain statements are executed. and if the condition is false, we are not going to execute certain part of the statement. So that is called as conditional control statements. It means we are controlling the what program execution, so based on condition. So it is of types. Now it means what, if, simple if, else if else, and switch. All these definitions you have to write along with syntaxes. If possible, then you write any one of the program, either simple if else, one simple program, that too very short program, you have to write it. If possible, write it, otherwise you can leave it, no problem. So the next, the very important question is, in short and long answer, unit number 3, what is an array, different types of array. So you know what is the meaning of array. An array is a collection of storing similar type of values in a single variable, so is known as array. The array index is starts from 0 to, okay, 0, and starts from 0, and last index is size minus 1, you have to write it. And all the values which are stored in array are continuous memory location. Okay, this is important point you need to remember. And arrays are two types, three types: single 1D array, 2D array, multi-dimensional array. You know what is the meaning of 1D array? An array consists of one dimensional, one pair of say square bracket is known as 1D array. So that syntax and example. And 2D array means, and if an array consists of two pair of square bracket is known as 2D array, and syntax example. So you write one 1D array or 2D array example program is more than enough for this concept. So next, when it comes to the user defined function, the functions which are defined by the user is known as user defined function. In order to create any user defined function, it is having what, three things will be there: function declaration, function call, function definition. So these are the three things you need to write. So what is the meaning of function declaration? Whenever you want to create any user defined function, that function must be declared before that function is used in the program, is known as user defined function. So next, function call means whenever you want to call any user defined function, then we need to use function call statement. So what is the declaration? So syntax is how to declare a function: return type, function name, list of parameters, and semicolon is nothing but function declaration. So what about the function call? Function name and bracket open, list of parameters, and semicolon. So this is the syntax you have to follow. What is the meaning of function definition? It is nothing but the logic of the user defined function is known as function definition. So the syntax will be function, return type, function name, list of parameters, and it is having the body. Okay, so logic we have to write. So next, difference between the structure and union. So you know what is the meaning of structure, and structure and union are called as user defined data types. A struct is a keyword and union is also keyword. And structure, with the help of structure, okay, whenever we create a structure will not get the memory space until the structure variable is created. Same union, whenever we create a union will not get any memory space until we create a union variable. So the memory size of the structure is sum of the sizes of its members is known as size of the structure, and the size of union is which member is having the highest size, that is nothing but the size of the union. And whenever in structure all the members are having individual memory location, whereas in union all the members are having common memory location. So these are very important points you need to remember. Structure can be created with struct keyword and union can be created with union keyword, and you have to write the structure syntax and you have to write the union syntax and you have to write structure example and union example is more than enough for this question. So next, when it comes to the enumerated data type, so you know already enum is a keyword. So by making use of enumerated data type, we can assign the integer constant to integer constants. So after writing the definition, you have to write the syntax of enum. So one simple program you have to explain for enumerated. So these are very important questions which I am giving in this model paper. So next, what is storage class? You know what is the meaning of storage class? Whenever we are talking about the storage class, every storage class is having what? Keyword, you have to remember, default value of the storage class, and next life of the of the storage class, or next scope of the storage class. So these are the very important points you need to remember. So you know what are the different types of storage classes are there: auto, register, extend, static. So these are all for storage classes information you have to explain. So next important question is, write about the difference between C and C++. You know what is C? C is a structural and procedural oriented programming language. C++ is an object oriented programming language. Next, C author is Dennis Ritchie and C++ author is Bjorn Strostrup. Next, C language execution done from top to bottom, whereas C++ program execution can done from bottom to top. C language programs are not having security and C++ programs are having security. Next, in C language we don't have the concept called as access specifiers. In C++ we are having the concept called as access specifiers, that is like public, private, protected. So with the help of this we can provide the security for the variables or functions. And the next, in C++ is not programs can be saved with .c extension, and the C++ programs can be saved with an extension .c++. In C language, if we want to perform any input and output operations, we have to use printf and scanf, whereas when you want to perform any input and output in C++, we have to use cin and cout. If you want to next in if you want to perform any input and output operation, that related header file is, so we have to use hash include stdio.h, okay, header file, whereas in C++ we have to use iostream.h header file. So the C language does not contain the concept called inheritance, and C++ is having the concept called inheritance. C language is not having the concept called polymorphism, and C++ is having a concept called polymorphism. So these are the very important differences which I explained here. So please these are very important. So I already uploaded the important questions in my channel, so you can go through with that questions, and these are very most important questions. So this is a model paper 2023. So please subscribe my channel Anu Computer Education to get further updates.